Hello and welcome to my unboxing and first look at the Acastus Knight Porphyrion from Forge World. It's part of this Knight month of June. There may well have been a spillover into July, which is fantastic. You know, more Knight content the better. One of these models will cost you £347, and luckily it includes both of the weapons. Now that means that it does cost more than a Mars Pattern Warhound Titan before you buy the weapons for it though. This video is obviously part of Knight month, more Knights the better, and it's probably gone into July, which is great. And thank you so much for all of your new subscriptions, your support through Element Games, affiliate link code, and becoming a member, because that's now motivated me to give you all a month of Titans. Am I the Titan guy? I don't know, but I do have quite a few Titans and I do like making videos on them. Anyway, so let's get back to the video. And currently Titan month is scheduled in for September. Very busy 2 months, July and August for me, catching up with all of the Age of Sigmar and Sisters of Battle models. But let's look at this Knight Porphyrion. It's a big box, big knife, you know how it is, and I'm doing it on the sofa because this you know, camera just won't show on my small desk that I usually use for videos. So if you're not familiar with these boxes, these are Titan boxes. There are a few models that come in these big red Titan boxes, and they're great for storage as well. I'll put it out there. Everything from the Porphyrion that comes in this, to the Mastodon, to the Astraeus tank, the Thunderhawk, Stormbird I think comes in 2 of these. The Warlord comes in 2, I believe. The Manta doesn't come in one of these because it's not Imperial, but also it's because the wings they just don't fit. It comes in its own special, like, big cardboard box. But anyway, this is what you get. Now, there are, in fact, I think 2 types of Titan box. So this here, right here, is a Warhound Titan. So I got one of those. We'll unbox that in a separate video, probably in Titan month. And this here is the reason why you clicked on the video, the Acastus Knight Porphyrion. Now, if this video is looking a little bit familiar, it's because I do already have a Porphyrion, but I wanted a second one to go for the collection. It sort of means that my collection's almost complete now for Knights, which is a fantastic point to be in when you're like one model away from completing a whole army. I will say that if I didn't purchase any Age of Sigmar models or venture into other 40k armies like Chaos and Necrons, then I would have more Knights and more Titans and things like that. But I like to cover what I can for the channel. Let's just lower you down a little bit and have a look what's in this box. So first off, you'll notice that there are sellotaped sides to keep it together. Yeah, I wouldn't throw away these boxes because they are incredibly useful for storage. There we go, guys. Right, so plenty of bubble wrap in here. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. Some might say, you know, is it really worth being in one of these big boxes? They could fit it in 2 of the smaller boxes, but you know, this model is almost £350 at the end of the day, so it's nice that they do come in this box. It's quite special. It was first checked on the 16th of June this year. I'm unboxing this on the 24th, so it's literally 8 days old, guys. They've been in and out of stock. The Acastus Asterius Mechanicum Knight, that's been in stock throughout all of the pandemic and things, but these Porphyrions have been in and out of stock throughout the past year. Not sure why, maybe people want to get on the Knight train. This is the instruction guide. You get these with the, I say, newer kits, lovely CAD designed instructions. You've got 75 points of components, but of course some of them have 2 or 4 or whatever. So I make that 117 parts in total. Not a huge number of parts, less than a Questoris Knight, of course, and I think less than a Castellan Knight, but they are going to need a fair bit of preparation. After this video I will be putting all of these in a nice warm soapy bath and leaving that for a few hours, and then rinsing and scrubbing them off. They start off with the feet actually, and then the thighs and the hips. I would leave the armor panels off till later, because it's going to be hard to get in there and paint and spray them like I've done with my current one. And then there's the sort of pilot seat or throne. It's a command throne they call it, yeah. That's the carapace, and you do get an option of the different missiles. It's up to you. I'm going to go for the Helios missiles this time. I went for the Ironstorm, but there's nothing stopping you from putting a couple of magnets, or even one magnet in there, and drilling a hole into the missiles and putting another magnet there and magnetizing them. It doesn't really make that much of a difference. The las cannons or auto cannons are a little bit different in terms of magnetization. They're on like a ball and socket joint, so they're going to be a bit harder to go for. For this one though, I think I will be going for the auto cannons this time around. And then there's the twin Magna las cannons, and so on. It's a lovely kit, it really is. It's a lovely, nice kit, and in my opinion it's one of the best Knight kits out there. So that's the Acastus Knight Porphyrion instruction manual. This is the carapace. It comes in its own separate like bubble wrap. That looks good, that looks nice and clean. Yeah, that looks good. Plenty of detail on there. Take that off. Yeah, I'm happy with that. A load of detail. Very, very chuffed. I would leave the missiles off as well. That's another sort of pro tip. So what we'll do is we'll just move you over back to the table, whereby I can spill these bags out and give you a closer look at them. Okay, so here we are with all of these 4 bags. Let's start off with this one, and there's a load of pieces right here. I'm going to try not to misplace them all, but you know, accidents do happen and all. Right, so these are the new bags. If you're new to Forge World, they changed the bag from the kind of blue logo to this. It's a bit annoying because you've got this big warning sign on the back that's kind of covered. So if you're going to use them as new bags now, then it's going to be harder to see the pieces through them. Like, you're going to have to turn them over. Yeah, anyway. And also another thing is, instead of having the air holes at the top, which I think they should have kept, they're now at the bottom, which means putting smaller fiddly parts in here. I have had pieces fall out, so yeah, not a great upgrade. I mean, they look all right, but yeah, they're a bit of a downgrade in my opinion. And if you are thinking about buying Forge World models from auction sites and things, make sure that they come in the bags. Make sure you get the checked by stamp and things like that for authenticity, because there's a lot of fakes out there at the moment, and people are trying to sell them for similar price, and that's bad, because it means that you're paying top dollar for something that you think is genuine and it's not. So the only way you can be ever sure of getting something genuine is by buying from Forge World directly, or from a friend or YouTuber that's you know, done the unboxing of it. Anyway, so let's start off with this. This is a banner. I will be putting this banner on here. Interesting piece. You've got the toes. Nice chunky toes. It is a chunky knight. It's biggest knight that they do. More toes. I think we've got 8 in total, so that's 6. Can anyone see the other 2? There they are. So that's 8. They're all exactly the same. It's a bit odd, and they are, I say small, they are chunky and thick. They are chunky, but yeah, they're just normally with the, it's just odd because well, the Questoris Knights all have the same size toes, but the Cerastus Knights have one larger front toe. You've got the las cannons and the auto cannons. I mean, I would be careful with those because they are prone to snapping. I think I've had the las cannon snapped off before, so you know, I probably, they would be like the last things to put on. Still undecided whether to go for the auto cannons or las cannons. I might go for the auto cannons, but the las cannons do look, you know, actually like, you know, weapons rather than the auto cannons. You've got some exhausts. We should have 2 sets of these somewhere. There we are. So these look a bit shiny, but we'll see how they go. You've got some pistons, you've got armor plating for the shins. You've got the head. It's really odd, this head, because it's not a full head like you used to. It's just a half head because it goes in there and that's it. The rest is hidden. You've got some railings that go on the top of the carapace. You've got some supports. You've got more pistons. This, which I have no idea for, this is like a command console that goes inside. That's quite cool. You've got more pistons, more cabling, more of these. These, I think, the targeting lenses that go on the side of the Magna las cannons. This is a throne. This is very, very shiny. I'm not sure whether that will take any paint, that, because that is very shiny. That's going to be a bit of a pain to, it's always difficult to cut out these bits of flash. You've got the underneath of the head. That's quite nice detail. You've got the missiles. So this is the thinner missiles. These are the smaller missiles, and then you've got these chunky missiles, which I think I'm going to use for this one. You've got these, which are kind of part of the heat sinks. More armor paneling, more railings. These are the feet themselves, where the toes go into. Nice and solid. You've got this like little bundle here. I think you've got 2 of them. I think these are the very, very small hit joints. You've got this top hatch, which is separate. Nice bit of detail on there. You know, you could magnetise that, I guess, but you'll have nobody sat in the throne if you do that. More parts for the weapons, more pistons, more armour panelling. This rear kind of flap for the back. More armour panelling, more heat sinks, and then this, something has come off. I think this might have been one of these heatsink things. So that's bag 1. So as you can see, a fair number of parts already. Okay, bag 2. Fewer number of pieces, but larger nonetheless. So you've got this has come off of the little gate, but this is one of the shin armor plates that go up that way. This is one of the thighs, and these are unique to the left or right leg. I'm hoping I've got one left, one right, which I have. Yay, that's fantastic. This big back venting system and power core, interesting fact, only has 1 power core. Very, very odd. Maybe it has a backup somewhere, but yeah, it's really strange that this one only has 1, whereas the Castellan does have 2, you know, the Dominus class chassis. I mean, that knight has 2 big weapons, 2 decent point defense weapons, and then 3 along the top. I mean, this knight is still no slouch. It's got 2 main weapons, 2 supporting weapons, and then the missile launcher on the top, but I guess it's slower, doesn't need an extra kind of power core. So the other armor plate, you've got this groin armor. You've got these, which are part of the torso. They just go together. I think they go together like that. Quite small in the grand scheme of things. You've got these side parts as well, which would go over those. and that's where the Magna las cannons will fit in. You can put a plate in there or a magnet and magnetise the weapons if you really want. Mine are just going to be in one pose though, which is fine. You've got this hip torso part, which is lovely. I'm sure I had some issues with the last one I had from many years ago for this, but this has come out beautifully. Another armour plate, another sort of holders for the Magna las cannons. They are, yeah, ambidextrous, so they're both the same piece. So that's this bag full of big bits. You've got bag number 3, another bag crammed full of large parts. So you've got the hips themselves. That looks like a very nice piece. That was quite decent. Hardly any slippage there. You've got these shoulder armour panelling pieces. One of the rivets is blown there, but that can be easily rectified. You've got the heat sinks for the weapons. There's 2 of them. They're both the same piece. They look quite decent. Usually you get slippage along these, but they've turned out very multi-nicely. You get this neck area where the head will go in. Look at that. Multiform, that is strange, isn't it? I've never seen that happen before. That is strange. You get the thighs and the shins themselves. So they will just go in like that, possibly even like that. And then these are the thighs. Quite short thighs, but chunky. These are for the weapons. You need to pop these out and make them whole. Bit of a work there. You've got the missile launcher. Very nice. And then you've got another part of the neck where the head goes in too. So I think there's like kind of 2 areas, things going on here, something like that from memory. So that's bag 3. And then the final bag right here, hoping we've got some weapons and barrel ends. I mean, it would be cool if you got a knight resin knight pilot on foot with these bigger knights, but it is what it is. These are the barrels themselves. This one's broken off the gate, which is fine. There's a bit of slippage on them in exactly the same place, but it's just there and it doesn't run along any other area. The rings would be a nightmare if there was any slippage, but it looks like it's avoided that. Yeah, overall pretty decent. They're the Magna las cannons. You've got a number of big pipes and tubing. You've got these piston supports for the feet and the ankles. You've got these kind of batarangs. No, these are the side armour panelling for the Magna las cannons. You get a couple of those. This knight has a lot of armour panelling, I'll tell you that. You've got more ankle supports, more of these armour panelling pieces, more big cables. This one's popped off the gate. More of these chubby little cables and more armour panelling. Good, we've got 4, that's exactly what we needed, and it would go on, yeah, something like that from memory, like that. So nice little area there where the power core is free to be ejected or whatever in case of emergency. And then you've got this this iconography. Not sure what I'll do for this one. I might still go for the Aquila, but we'll see. So there you go. That's the 4th bag of this unboxing. There is only, I say only 4. You've just seen, over 100 resin parts there. Completely understand that I did do a unboxing of this about 4 years ago. I know, where's the time gone, right? Because it's night month, and I bought a second one of these, it probably would be the best time for me to give you an unboxing and first look at a Porphyrion. If you're new to the hobby, I know a few of you that have only got into the hobby in the past year or two, so it might be an interesting video for you to have a look if you're kind of on the fence for this Porphyrion. I won't be building it in the live stream, it's more of a personal kind of project. I will be building it off stream, but I will be giving you a review of these Porphyrions soon. What do you guys think? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor protects.